Hello, everyone. So this is AI Mavericks team, and we are doing, as a part of Capstone project, chatbot for advocacy inquiry. So meet our team. Our team is essentially as a sponsor is industry sponsor is Sarah Wilkinson, which from Health Sciences and Wellness faculty, and our three members comprise of Jose, Amandeep, Lynn, Josna, and Shivang. Our instructor is Mihai, and we are doing advocacy inquiry chatbot, where advocacy actually means asserting one's own views, and inquiry means seeking to understand the views of others, which essentially is a communication technique that combines stating one's views or advocacy with asking questions. Inquiry to promote discussion and understanding. The goal is to break down barriers and foster mutual learning process.
I will talk about the problem statement and the solution we are going to provide for the project. So, educators face significant challenges when it comes to mastering advocacy inquiry technique, a critical skill for simulation debriefing. Limited time, resources, and feedback opportunities often hinder their growth, while cognitive overload further complicates effective advocacy inquiry applications. So, the solution we have provided is a AI-powered chatbot designed to bridge the gap. It is very safe, low-stake environment where educators can practice real debriefing sessions and receive feedback. This tool empowers them to refine their communication skills before applying them in the real-world scenarios, ultimately enhancing their confidence and effectiveness.
Here is the project schedule timeline. Because we having 12 weeks, so we separate into 6 sprints. In the first sprint, is it the sprint of planning and requirement? We define objects, gather requirements, identify tools. In the next sprint, we explore module and APIs, studying prompt engineering. In the third sprint, is it initial developments? We build the framework, integrate text-to-speech and STT, draft AI prompts. In the fourth sprint, about training and testing, we refine prompts, test responses, gather feedback. In the fifth sprint, about feedback and enhancements, we enhance accuracy, implement scoring, improving context switching. In the sixth sprint, for deployment and review, we perform deployments, document deliveries, and present outcomes.
Okay, for the project architecture, we have basically a project that is composed for three main modules. There is the front and back end, and where the AI model is hosted. For if you follow the flow of the project, it will be like the user start interacting with the front end. The front end is composed with React.js, tailwind to styling the web page, and in this part we can perform the text to speech part. Then the front end will communicate with the backend, where we'll be doing the communication with the AI model, and where we were getting the neural voices to mimic a real conversation. Uh, right now, we were taking a look at what our chatbot can do. As we mentioned before in the architecture slide, you can see in our project we have two main folders, backend and frontend. If you want to run the backend server, you go to the backend folder and run the following command: python app.py, which is command you are running the server backend. So basically the same for the frontend, but for the frontend, as we are using React.js, we have to use npm run dev. So the server is running. In the other hand, we have LLM Studio. With LLM Studio, we are hosting our AI model. For the model, we are using Llama version 3.2 with 3 billion parameters. And to start the server is just clicking on this button. In the browser, you can see an application where you can interact with the chatbot. In the left side, you can see a selector. In this selector, you can change your scenario. And a scenario is basically a situation where the person who is using the chatbot can practice the debriefing and the advocacy inquiry technique. Let's select this third option, named Health Assessment Gold Standard. In this situation, we are talking with someone named Glenn. He just had a conversation with a new client named Claire, and he was doing a lot of open-ended questions. This is not good for this situation, so let's ask Glenn why he did that. So to debrief with Glenn, we have to click on the microphone icon and start talking to record our voice. When we want to stop recording, just click again to stop. Let's see what Glenn have to say to us. Hello Glenn, I realized in your conversation with Claire that you were using a lot of open-ended questions. Can you tell me a little bit why you take this approach?
I noticed that her initial response was low, and I didn't want to make assumptions about what she meant by her rating. So I thought asking open-ended questions would help me understand her perspective better.
Okay, so you are telling me that you did the open-ended questions because you want to get a bigger picture of the perspective of Claire?
That's right. By asking open-ended questions, I was trying to gather more information beyond just what she said directly. I wanted to understand the underlying reasons behind her low rating and how it might be affecting her life.
So you can see the bot is answering with audio that sounds like human. We are using neural voices for this feature. The neural voices are voice generated for AI models to sound like humans. So if you want to get a feedback from the chatbot, you can stop the session anytime. You just have to click on stop session and feedback will be generated. Let's wait a second for the generation feedback. As you can see now, we have a text box with some feedback from the bot. We have different sections with the advocacy-inquiry technique main things that you have to evaluate. So we have objective observation, advocacy, inquiry, integration of observation and rational, and a summary. In the summary and overall performance, you will see a brief paragraph about the overall performance with the bot. And also you can see in each of the section we have like bullet points, like clearly share observation. If the chatbot said present, is you did this part good, and if it said not present, you didn't do it good. So like in this example. So changing from scenarios, they will also change the voice. Let's change to this basic scenario from analyzing a student. Okay, for this basic student, you will realize that the voice will change. So we are trying to mimic that we are talking with different person. Let's see how this one sounds. Hello, dude. How you doing? Did you finish your homework?
I don't know. I'll get to it eventually, or maybe not. Can we talk about something else?
You can see the audio changes. So you are talking with a different person right now. So basically, this is much the functionality of the chatbot. I hope you enjoy.